Just a little quick pointer out. I also do want to mention that for people who are in college, everyone has your own journey. You know, everyone's journey looks different. And I think you should embrace your journey, but also keep a close village and people that you can rely on. And I can help you out because it's hard. And I think that if it's a choice that you want to make, I think that's an amazing choice that you made. But you may need other people to help you get through it, meaning like friends and family, yes, but also people at your college. Don't hesitate on talking to your teachers, scheduling extra meetings. Go to those tutors, go to those tutoring centers. I promise you, the tutoring and writing center at my college has helped me tremendously. I don't think I would be where I am if it wasn't for them. Sometimes there are therapists and like other things and other wellness resources for you as well on campus. Utilize your amenities that are there that you pay for. Utilize the amenities. You don't have to struggle alone. So I do want to make sure that this is clear that basically, first of all, we're all struggling in our own ways, but we don't have to do it alone, and we can all help each other out and grow together. So I hope that this was inspiring. That's what I try to be. But I also just want to give you some food for thought too. So yeah. Hey guys, it's your girl Kaya, and welcome back to my channel. Anyway, it is Vlogmas day 9, guys. I know this video is going up very late, and I do apologize for that. I literally worked from 8 to 9 today. So that is why I have been a working girl. But the good news is I didn't forget about you guys. I just had to wait until things died down a little bit for the evening for me so I can make this video to you. I had my scarf on. I was showered. I was ready to go to sleep. But I knew that I had to do a big one for y'all. I couldn't leave y'all hanging like that. So you will get video day 9 on day 10, and you're gonna get day 10 on day 10. And that's on what? So, in today's video, as you can see from the title, is college worth it? Is college truly worth it? Welcome to an episode of Kaya's Thoughts. And I'm thinking of making this a series because I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of intrusive thoughts too. So, let's go ahead and get straight into it. I don't want to waste too much time. Let's go to a bit. Let's go to it. Or a cliff. I also do want to let you guys know that literally my phone is hanging on by a thread. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't run out of storage. I think we're good, but I also don't want to hold y'all too long. So let's talk about the pros and the cons, okay? Disclaimer, okay? These are Kaya's thoughts, Kaya's opinions, Kaya's perspective. None of this is like factual where you can like scientifically proven, like none of this is like that. Some of this stuff is a fact, but it's not necessarily where it's like, it can be pretty subjective as well, some of the stuff I will be saying. So I don't want you to take this as is that I know everything and I know it all and what I say goes like all the time. No, I'm the kind of person which I advise everyone to be like this. Like, take the pieces that resonate with you and that you know that maybe you need to do, maybe you need to improve on, or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Take that logic and then, you know, move it around, spit it back out to other people. That's what I do. Everything that I hear from people, I don't always listen to because everyone doesn't always give the good advice. Like, let's be real. But I hear some of their stuff and it might have a little bit of merit to it. And I turn that around, put in my logic, And then when I give out my advice, it's with a little bit more substance. This is Editing Kaya here. I just wanted to clarify what I meant by that. What I mean is that sometimes people will give you bad or poor advice, and it's something where it can be like misconstrued or like whatever that case might be. You have to really make sure, you have to turn it into like a sound sentence. Like basically you have to just really make sure that that's what is either morally or ethically correct for you. For me, I'm really big on morals and ethics, so I try to do what makes the most sense. Like for example, if someone tells you, oh, like let's say you were in a really like poor relationship, and just a lot of like negative things was happening, and you have a friend who's telling you like, well, you should still stay because after all these years that you guys have built together, and after like there's so much good that he's done, like, you know, you can probably just forgive him and kind of move on from it. I don't think that's really good advice. I think you should move forward, you know, like stuff like that. It's like you can take what she's saying, and it's not like you have to ignore her and shut her down, but it's like I take and I hear what you're saying, but now I'm going to I think you should always go to someone else as well about the same situation. I don't think you should just talk to one person. I think you should talk to someone else as well, or you should talk to a licensed therapist, whatever works for you and whatever you think makes the most, like, you know, that that's someone you can rely on. You know that this is a really wise person. You know that normally they make great logical and practical conclusions. So this is someone that is a reliable source for me. And I think that you can take what she's saying and be like, yeah, you know, I can see that, but it's okay to move on. Even though we've had the good times, it's okay to move on because the bad times don't outweigh the good times. And also that's not a healthy relationship. So yeah, let's just leave it, friend. And we hope that friend do the same thing if she was in the same circumstance. And it's just like that. So that's what I kind of mean by that. Not like I'm going to turn into my own little delusional thing in my head and then give it to other people. No, what I mean is when people do give bad advice, try to see if there's certain parts from it that you can take and then discard the rest, where it's like, I'm gonna kind of push that to the side because I don't really think that's a healthy thing to do, and we're on a healthy journey here. The channel's all about being healthy. We're all about being healthy. So that's what I was trying to say. Just wanted to clear that up. So take this however you need to take it. It is not a diss on anyone who hasn't gone to college, not a diss to anyone who has gone to college. This is just Kaya's thoughts, because we stay authentic over here, okay? That's what we're gonna do. So let's get straight into it. The pros: there's a degree under your belt. That's always nice, right? And some jobs actually you do have to have a degree for. If you want to be a psychologist, you have to have a master's. Like, you have to go to college for that. You can't just randomly wake up and say, this is what I want to do. But maybe some other stuff, like maybe like a fashion designer, you don't have to, but obviously if they see that you have some studies in that, they automatically will be like, oh, okay, well, you studied this, like, you're really serious about it. You also have some outside knowledge. You have knowledge about the subject, versus just someone who's just like, I'm highly interested in it, or someone who like blew off of something else. They're gonna have to learn about the business side of it and about like more so the fashion side as well. So like I just said, more knowledge and experience, right? From going to college, you can learn a lot, and you experience a lot of stuff. You also need to make sure that you're there for the right reasons, right? Because I feel like some people go to college because they feel lost. Some people might go because their parents are like, once you graduate, you're going to college. Like, it's not even a choice. They don't even get time to explore. And sometimes I don't really think that's fair. So I do think that some people do go to college because like my parents told me to, and I'm like, dang, like, I hope you are in a major or like and doing something that you do actually find enjoyment in, though, not just like whatever's gonna bring the most money. Because I know people just look at college like, I'm gonna go to college so I can make the big dollars, but you can also learn a lot, which I put down as my last pro, is you can learn a lot about yourself. And I'm sure there's plenty more pros as well, but this is just top of my head what I had wrote down earlier today. You can learn so much about yourself. I learned so much about myself within the past 2 years now. Like, it can really be a blessing in disguise, but you have to make the most of it. And I think you need to be very punctual and intentional about why you're going and what you want to get out of it. Now let's get to the cons. it's tedious. College is very tedious, okay? Can be I don't know why I put can be stressful. It is stressful. College gives me anxiety. I get anxiety, okay? I get stressed a lot. It can be a lot of work, like physically, mentally, like it can be a lot to keep up with everything that's going on in your life outside of it, right? Because a lot of us work as well. It's not just like we go to school. We have a job as well, right? And so I work, and so it's just a lot to have to like go to work and then come back and then be like, let me lock in. It can be really like hard sometimes for you mentally, and then as well as like don't let my physical health decline, and you know, make sure that I'm still like caring about myself, and I have other like bills, and I have other things that I have to do and have to pay for, and so my mind is going in all these other places, but you still have to like show up, you know, mentally and physically. It's not always necessary for the job that you may want, and you may also change careers. That's another thing, right? Some people might go for biomechanics, right? I remember that being a class at one of my old schools, that's why I said that, but biomechanics, and it's like, but what if I don't want to be a biomechanic anymore? What if I actually just want to be a forensic scientist? Or what if I want to do accounting now? What if I just want to work a regular 9 to 5 because I don't want to have to be in the office all day? I'd rather just work a 9 to 5, like at a grocery store. And it's literally to each his own when it comes to stuff like that. But sometimes I feel like some people get degrees and go through these long programs or processes to get to their field and not even like it. And I feel like that can be very like disappointing, but also just make you feel unmotivated, because it's like, I just knew that this is what I wanted to do, you know, I just knew, but now my heart is somewhere else. My heart I want to do something else, and it's completely understandable. What we have to realize is that it's okay to grow and it's okay to change, even though it can be uncomfortable, and it can be like, it's a lot of unforeseen things which is out of your control, which I have a problem with. So I understand, but you have to definitely have people alongside you. And maybe I'll do like a tips for getting by college and for getting through it. Like I'll do like a more in-depth video, I think, about it as well. But just to stay kind of on the surface today, I definitely think that like, don't think it was a waste of time, because you still learned something, you still got experience, you might be able to utilize that later on down the line in life. So don't do that. But also, if you want to be if you're someone that kind of like a jack of all trades, like you enjoy multiple things, maybe you might want to do something like general studies, even though that has its like pros and cons too. I think that sometimes it can help you like explore what you want to do as well. Get a little bit more into that a little bit later. And obviously the last con is it's expensive. College. College is expensive, okay? It is given dollars. But luckily, if you work in a field where you're gonna make dollars, you can make it back. Which is kind of how I like to put my mindset. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for college. It does mean that like, I'm like, okay, like I know I can make this back, and I know I will be making it back.
Overall, you guys, college is an investment, and you have to have faith.
And so I feel a little bit better about it. Knowing that. Just a little bit. So these are just a couple little like questions, little like just sayings, just a couple little extra stuff that I also want to make sure I say in this video. People with college degrees aren't better than people who are without it. So I don't want anyone to feel like I don't have a degree, I'm less than, I'm stupid, I don't deserve. You're not worth less, okay? I believe that everyone are equals, and I believe that where someone else's strengths are, that's someone else's weakness. And I think that's what the great thing about humans, even though I don't really like people like that, when I do like people, and the people I do like, and I do meet, and I do like meeting new people, I do like networking. So when I do network and I see like, wow, I'm really strong in this area, but you're not good at this, but you're really good at that, and I'm really bad at that. I like gravitating towards people like that because I can learn from you and you can learn from me. So we're always growing. We're always like boom, 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 boom. And I find that that's a really like growth-minded friendship, and I'm really big on trying to keep growth-minded friendships. I think that's key. I think also your friends and your circle can really like determine how college is really gonna plan out for you. Sometimes you gotta cut people off, and it's okay. We're gonna have a whole nother talk about that, so let's table that for now, okay? This is about you. This is your money, okay? At the end of the day, they're not gonna be paying off them loans. Okay, if you feel the class, you gotta retake it because you want to hang out with your best friends all night. They're not the ones that gotta retake that class. That's you. I'm just saying, pick and choose your battles. That's it. That's it. We all have our own pros and cons though, so don't feel like you're anything less or anything worth less. You're fine. You are where you need to be, okay? You will get through it. Do I think you should start at a community college or a four-year university? So, I feel like I would be a hypocrite to say that you should start at a four-year university because I go to a community college. I think what works for certain people might not work for others. I personally feel like if I went to a four-year university, I would instantly crash out because of how I think and how I process. It takes me a while to process things and to process change. I think that this was the best thing for me. It allowed me time to grow. Now I feel like I'm ready to transfer into a four-year university, and I feel like I would be stable enough mentally. Like I would be able to find the stability. You know, at times where I feel like I'm falling apart, I'd be like, I know how to get back on the horse. I know how to get back to being stable. I think a few years ago, if that was happening, catch me working at Walmart, baby. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, I'm just saying. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on if you want to save money. If you want to save money, go to community college for sure. Go to community college. You're not less than. You're not stupider. Like I said, if you go to community college first. Especially people who have applied for four-year universities and then they couldn't get in, so they go to community college. I know sometimes those people feel bad because it's like, dang, my grades are so bad or whatever the case, and I can't even get to my 4-year. It's okay. It's okay. This is the way that it was supposed to be. Go to your community college, do excellent, get your associates and transfer. You only got 2 years out of 2-year then, and it's gonna be cool. You save more money, so you're gonna be fine, and you can still get that experience. It might be cut in half. Get your master's in if you want to be there longer. Look, it's up to you. It's really up to you, you know. So I think that it honestly just depends, and it depends on what you want to major in. I think for my major is pretty like broad. I majored in business, so I feel like there's business at almost every university. Doesn't mean every university has the best business programs, but for what I want to do in the college that I have chosen to go do it at, they have exactly what I want to do. So it just makes the most sense. But not every college is going to have that exact thing that I want. So and honestly, it just depends on you. And I didn't even know a few years ago that I wanted to do this. I just more so found out maybe a year or so ago that this was a job, and I was like, that's what I want to do. What? Honestly, it depends, but it never hurts to start at a community college. You can always transfer to a 4-year. You can always transfer to a 4-year. If you start a 4-year and you stop and you go to community college, that's completely fine too. Do what works for you. On this topic, I was actually supposed to be finishing a paper tonight. But by God's grace, it got moved till tomorrow. I need y'all to spam up blessings, prayer hands, please, in the comment section. I am so happy. Like, I was so stressed out. I was anxious about it. It's my fault. I'm a really bad procrastinator. Don't procrastinate, kids. I'm a bad procrastinator, but I always get my stuff done on time. It's just, I don't know if it was going to be, my work was going to suffice. You know, I didn't know if it was going to be up to par, and I don't like submitting in half-baked work. I don't like that. So I'm like, I was really stressed, but I had to do this for y'all first. I just had to. After that paper tomorrow, though, I am done with this semester. It'll be a wrap up. And the last thing is, am I ready for the next semester? No. I plan on going, I'm doing a winter class. I'm trying to graduate, y'all. I'm just trying to graduate. So I won't really get a break, but it's one class. It's bare. It's feasible, you know. I say next semester. I'm talking about the spring, and I don't really think so. I think honestly I need the mental break, and I think I'm also nervous about a few of the classes I have to take because I'm like, oh, it's getting harder. Ooh, I gotta do it. Ooh, that's not a little. The classes I'm doing now aren't remedial. I feel like that was like a year ago I did remedial classes. This is in my major. It's just they weren't difficult to me. It was just like a lot of writing. You write a lot in business. It was a bunch of writing. I feel like these are like going to be heavy on my brain with writing, and that is when it's gonna be like. So no, I'm not ready for the next semester, but you guys will see me at my school pulling up. I got a couple things planned, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss that. We're on our road to 100 subscribers, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Leave a big thumbs up, okay? Don't be flaky. You know who to tell. I told y'all this before. Cousin, grandma, auntie, daddy, brother. Yes, we need to tell our people. Stop keeping me hidden from them. Share it. Okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful and great night. It is officially Vlogmas Day 10. So, I want to wish y'all a good night. And bye. I'll see you next video.